Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work, and said to give you this.
Evening.
I hope you programmed that. Thanks for everything you've done. It really means a lot.
Great to see you again. Thanks. Anything else? Thanks for the donation. Every bit goes toward helping Freeside.
Not seeing anything.
I wish there were more like you. I wish there were more like you.
Huh? What?
Evening.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans? That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere. Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre, and sometimes I worry that's poisoned his mind. Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider. Papa is one... I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NCR is to blame, and we'll leave it at that. Sure. Go ahead. Until next time.
I like you, stranger. You've stood by us when not many would.
Good to see you again.
Nice robot.
What?
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub? You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR, at least that's what we thought, they tracked... They allied with Mr. House. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down. Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on the NCR. With our new allies in Caesar's Legion, we will crush them. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations. Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. Farewell.
Nice robot. So, you've been
Nice
sucked into the
robot.
decadence of the Strip as well, have you? Hey,
I like you, stranger. You've stood by us when not many would.
So you've been sucked into the decadence of the Strip as well?
Ah, the vaunted hero of the Legion. What can I do for you? My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans. In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes. Speak then. Yes, goodbye.
I'll have you.
Good to see you again.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment. Because Papa listens to me, and because I actually know how to get things done around here. You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him. I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you. You'd have to talk to them, but those 2 have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around. Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts. Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture. Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the Great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa. I would too, if I were you.
I wish there were more like you.
Still got a bit of a walk ahead of us. Talk. I like you, stranger. You've stood by us when not many would. What do you want? I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation? Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody who wants to be a Khan anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute. If you survive, you're in. Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe. I don't know. I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody. You'd do that? Thanks! I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody. Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again. Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. But what else can I do? Sure, okay. Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything. Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up. Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great Khan-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours. Not much. They found us when we came to the Mojave, gave us a bunch of books on science and history. I guess they're like teachers or something? Sure, okay. Nothing really. Oh, have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time. Sure, okay. You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. This one's a haiku. Rad scorpion bites. My foot in the box canyon. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. That's it. What do you think? You liked it? Wow, you're the first one who ever did. You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. Here's one about the girl I love. Her hair stands tall, like the spiky bits on a deathclaw. Her eyes are bright as radioactive sludge, glowing with the light of love. But when I talk to her, she laughs and mocks and has her brothers beat me. Oh, why do nice girls hate me? That's it. What do you think? Whatever. You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. Here's one about the girl I love. You liked it? You would? Really? This is a poem I wrote about the dark loneliness that suffuses my soul. Rain clouds wrap my heart in sorrow black as silk. My empty scream does not echo, even though we're in a canyon. My soul aches, but not as much as my limbs, because I've been beaten severely. That's it. What do you think? You liked it? Wow. You would? This one's a hike. You like... Everybody has to do... Oh, look, it's... You would? Really? Okay. This is a poem I wrote You liked it? You would? Really? Here's one. You liked it? There once was a fellow called Garrett, whose sister she did love to bear it. She flashed it around all over town, so if you would screw her, beware it. I, got kicked out of the Atomic Wrangler for that one. That's it. What do you think? You liked it? You would? Really? Oh, this one... You liked it? You would? This is a... You... You... This one... You would? Here's one... You... I wrote this limerick the last time I went to Freeside. There once was a fellow called Garrett, whose sister she did love to bear it. She flashed it around all over town, so if you would screw her, beware it. I, got kicked out of the Atomic Wrangler for that one. That's it. What do you think? Whatever. Bye.
Mr. House isn't a man to be trusted. Watch yourself.